So while Adam's getting that set up, thank you so much to everybody who has joined us today. I'm not going to say too much because I am not the vote of thanks. Abbie will be doing that after the awards ceremony, but I know that this is a much anticipated part of today's event. So we're really excited to be able to recognise so many different achievements across the journal, both our participants today from the research showcase, but as well as that, our authors who've worked so hard over the past year, and also our volunteer team who are the people that make it all happen. So we had some really tough decisions, and that's, I think, some of the times where we've had to pick more than one winner, just I think goes to show how tough some of these decisions were. But I won't ramble on too much here because I know that a lot of people will be waiting in much anticipation to find out these. And it would be amazing if everybody could congratulate the winners in the chat as we go, because no matter whether you're a winner, you were shortlisted, or you've been one of our volunteers or authors this past year, I think that everybody who has been involved in one way or another has made a really important contribution to our world and to the Sustainable Development Goals, and shown that young people can make a real difference through STEM. So without anything further, we are going to go to the Youth STEM Matters Research Showcase Awards. So the first award here is for our speakers, and this is a highly commended award because we couldn't decide just a single winner. So we have a highly commended and a best speaker, and the highly commended speaker is Rishika Podarala. Congratulations, Rishika, for your amazing talk, and thank you so much for being part of the event today. Next up, we have our best speaker. So our judges had a really difficult time deciding this, and they have had much kind of collaboration to decide who the winner would be. But we feel that this also reflects what the audience enjoyed the most, and we want to congratulate Miriam Turk and Ruth Turk for your amazing presentation today. You are our best speakers of the Youth STEM Matters Research Conference. So congratulations to you all. And we also have a lot of amazing young people who were taking part in the research showcase. So they were presenting their projects in the expo booth. There is still time to go and visit them, although I think it's probably a good idea to stay here just now to find out these award winners first, but you will be able to go and visit them. And we had so many submissions from young people around the world, and we're delighted to be able to give 18 young people representing 16 projects the opportunity to be part of the event today. Each one of them worked super hard on making their expo stand, and it was, again, really tough, but we do have a highly commended, and our highly commended Research Showcase Exhibit Award goes to Mariah Vyas. So congratulations, Mariah, and thank you for all your hard work to create an amazing exhibit stand. And our last award that's being presented for today's participation is our Best Research Showcase Exhibit, which has been awarded to Jacqueline Prawira for an outstanding exhibit stand at the research conference today. So congratulations to that first set of award winners. They were all very well deserved, but also a big thank you to everybody who was part of the research showcase and who spoke on the stage today, because I think that even getting up here and doing that, whether it was in the expo area or here on the stage, is a really fantastic achievement to even get here to be participating today. So well done, everybody. And Jacqueline and Miriam and Ruth, we will be in contact about your prizes, because we do have a book voucher kindly donated to us by Cambridge University Press that we will be sharing with each of you. And you will also get a free submission to Youth STEM Matters for your next project, because we're very sure, based on the work that you've already done, that there's many more amazing things to come from you. So that's our first set of awards already done, but don't worry, there's 2 more amazing sets of awards to come. And our next one are for our Youth STEM Matters authors. So we've worked with around 120 young people from around the world this year, which has made these decisions pretty tough, but we are pleased to be able to recognise the articles that have been written by our authors, and the most interesting and impactful ones that we have published or that have been worked on during this year. So our first award winner is for the best SDG focus, and this is in recognition of an article that shows excellent consideration of the SDGs. We have 3 articles shortlisted for this award, which are Breaking Barriers with Bitcoin by Kavya Venkatesan, which also includes artwork by Ezra Almini. The Interdependence of Human Health and the Health of Planet Earth by Laura Mace-Breva, which includes artwork by Kira McCabe. And finally, utilising HPLC to analyse the presence of anti-cancerous compounds residing from the isolate FM1005 Xlaria sp derived from Sinularia densa by Leela Devine. So there's 3 amazing articles there, but we could only pick one winner, and the winner of the Best SDG Focus Award is The Interdependence of Human Health and the Health of Planet Earth by Laura Mace-Breva. And we also wanted to recognise for her substantive contribution as the artist for the artwork that accompanied that article, Kira McCabe. So congratulations to both Laura and Kira for your award-winning article.
Right, so the next category focuses on the Speak Up Award, which is in recognition of an article that explores and raises awareness of an issue or topic which is rarely spoken about or is often considered taboo. And the author may have approached this in a way in which they've explored the topic really well and raised awareness amongst our audiences. So there are 3 nominations for this. The first is The Science of Sanitary Pad by Janvi Yerida. The second is Science Bat Tips for Looking After Your Mental Health During COVID-19 by Louise Robertson and Tashinga Mutemanchi, and World Hepatitis Day by Oleyemi Bakar. And I'm really pleased to say that the winner of this is Janvi Yerida for the article The Science of Sanitary Pad. Massive congratulations.
Congratulations, Janavi. So next up, we have our Local Spotlight Award. And although the SDGs are global goals, they do need local solutions. So this award recognises an article which has shone the spotlight on an issue that's local to the author and relevant to the people in their local area, their region, or their country. So the shortlisted articles for this award are Perfect Sense AQ, Improving the Air Around Us with Pin Badge Innovation by Ava Garside. New Normal in the Philippines, Who Gets Left Behind by Glenn John Jr. Ogapong. And finally, Hostile Architecture from Canada to Peru by Kavina Uthakumarayan and Valeria Serpa Salas. So again, another very tough category where all of these articles really do put the spotlight on an issue that's local to the authors. But in this case, we did go for the winner as Hostile Architecture from Canada to Peru by Kavina Uthakumarayan and also by Valeria Serpa Salas, because we felt that it demonstrated an exceptional exploration of the topic of hostile architecture, and the fact that they were both working on that while being so far apart in distance really added to the piece. So congratulations to Kavina and Valeria.
Right, so our next category is the Inclusion Champion, and this is in recognition of an article where has championed inclusion through their writing or approach they took towards their writing. So the nominations for this are Will Artificial Intelligence Take Its Bias to Space by Artash Nath, the International Women's Day, Women Changing the World Through STEM by Emma Stevenson, Madeline Perry, Meg Ardis, Barry McCann, and Lily Thierry. Then Sex Differences in the Brain and Myth by Shadili Salam. And the winner of this is Artash Nath. We really felt that their article really took an interesting approach towards AI, but in a very different and unique way compared to most articles on the topic.
Congratulations, Artath. We still have plenty more awards up for grabs though, so that's us moving on now to the Investigator Award. So this award recognises an author or authors who took an investigative approach towards their article. They were actively seeking out the best and most relevant information to include. This might have been through asking insightful interview questions, proactively contacting organisations to provide input to their article, seeking the truth on a topic where misinformation is prevalent, or something else. And again, we had another fantastic list of nominees for this article. And they are A New Era of Science Education by Glenn John Jr. Ogapong, Why We Need Creativity in STEM to Achieve the SDGs by Kira McCabe, In Conversation with John Suter and Carlos Mercado Lara of SciTeens by Louise Robertson and Tashinga Mutmachi, and In Conversation with Professor Rana Dajani by Zainab Khan and Lucy Chen. So congratulations to everyone who was shortlisted, and especially congratulations to our winners, who are Louise Robertson and Tishinga McCann for their article In Conversation with John Suter and Carlos Lara of Citines. Congratulations, Louise and Tishinga. We really enjoyed how you were so proactive about going to find out set up this interview and to find out all the information that you needed to be able to have to do it. So congratulations on your award.
Right. So now we're moving on to the author awards. So these recognise authors who have done quite remarkable work in their articles or papers. So first one's for exceptional communication, which recognises authors who've shown exceptional communication to the articles they write, and that is highly engaging. So the nominees are Kavya Venkatasan, Lily Tierney, Meg Ardis, and Shalini Salam. And the winner of this category is Kavya Venkatasan. Apologise if I am butchering anyone's names. Kavya, before joining the Youth STEM Matters team, had written quite a few articles, science communication articles for us, and they were of exceptional quality. And it's been really nice as well to see Kavya not just stagnate, but constantly improve during her time on the team. So we felt it was, albeit a very hard decision, it was very well deserved. So congrats, Kavya.
Submitting and writing articles to Youth STEM Matters isn't always easy, and it's not always a straightforward path. It often has challenges, and for a lot of people who submit to us, it's that maybe their first time doing something like this. So this award of outstanding dedication recognises an author who's demonstrated an excellent attitude and has worked notably hard to make their article the best it can be. And the shortlisted authors for this award are Katie Molyneux, Karan Bashir, Rimal Shabazz with Catherine Chen, Alex Ganotas and Umama Usman, and Zuzana Hudakova. And for this award, we could not decide on one single winner, so we have awarded it to two of these shortlisted authors. So congratulations firstly to Katie Molyneux for your dedication that you showed during your review article, which everybody can go and read on our website. And secondly, to Karan Bashir for your dedication that you showed during the article, which has actually been published this week on our website that you did about radioisotopes. So congratulations to both Katie and Karan.
Right, so the next award is the Bright Ideas Award, and this is in recognition of an idea that has the potential to make a real difference and meaningful change. It may not have been at this stage implemented to large scale, but it's a concept that has quite a lot of promise if implemented or created. So our three nominees are Ava Garside, Laura Masavira, and Simran Adnani. And this was a really tough one for Mhairi and I to pick up, to choose, but in the end, the winner is Ava Garside. We were really impressed with her article and the idea that was implemented behind it, and we thought it was really quite impressive, especially someone as young as well.
Congratulations, Ava. So our penultimate award for the author section of the award is the World Changing Innovation. And this is in recognition of an innovation or a technology that's been shown to make a real difference and provide a tangible solution to a real world problem. Our shortlisted authors are Diana Vergovikova, Miriam Turk and Ruth Turk, Neha Shukla, and Timothy McGrath. And I'm delighted to be able to announce that the winner of this award is Neha Shukla. Congratulations, Neha, for your world-changing innovation, which I hope that very soon people will be able to read more about in Youth STEM Matters. Thank you.
Right, and our last award for the authors shortlist is the Research Award. This recognises a project of high quality, which makes a substantial contribution to the SDGs and demonstrates that there's no real age limit to STEM research. And our nominees are Jacqueline Prawira, Katie Molyneux, Leila Devine, and Zuzana Hudakova. And this again was a really tough decision, and we couldn't come to one winner for this. So our first winner is Jacqueline Prawira. and Layla Devine, and both for very similar reasons. They're both of around the same age, and they did something that's really sophisticated, but also took a really interdisciplinary approach with multidisciplinary approach with their research, looking at how multiple SDGs are impacted and affected by their work. So really well done to all our authors who were nominated and all those who won. It was really tough to come to any decision, but yeah.
Absolutely seconding that. There was so many tough decisions amongst those, but we're so glad to be able to recognise so many people, both the winners and the shortlistees. So now we're going to move on to our volunteer team awards. So we have an amazing team of volunteers, and over the past year, we've had 71 young people from across 25 countries, across every continent except Antarctica. We're still working on that one, but they come literally from all over the world and give up their time to be part of Youth STEM Matters and be able to create those opportunities for our authors. So we literally couldn't do it without them. And I'm so pleased that we can take this opportunity today to recognise some of their achievements. For these awards, the volunteer awards, our volunteer team had a nomination process where they were able to nominate who they thought was deserving of these awards, so that we could make sure that we saw all of the things that maybe Adam and I don't see on a daily basis, all of the people who deserve recognition, but maybe we hadn't seen their work as much. So we hope that we've managed to recognise a lot of people through this. So without further ado, we'll get started. So the first award is the Extra Mile Award, and this is awarded in recognition of a volunteer who consistently goes over and above what their role asks of them and their contributions to Youth STEM Matters. The shortlisted volunteer team members for this award are Emer Stevenson, Elizabeth Byrne, Kimberly Anindo, and Lily Tierney. And we'd like to say a huge congratulations to the winner of this award, which is Elizabeth Byrne. Congratulations, Lizzie. The stepping up that you did to take on the role of senior journalist alongside your role as a life sciences reviewer really was extremely impressive, and the way that you kind of started straight away in that role and managed to really work hard at it. So thank you for all that you've done, and thank you to all that everybody does within the volunteer team.
Massive well done, Lizzie, and congratulations. So the next award is the Leader Award, and this is in recognition of exceptional leadership in the broadest sense possible at Youth STEM Matters. And our nominees are Anna Rosa Bilal, Elizabeth Bourne, Megan Ardis, Tashinga Mutamachi, and Louise Robertson. And the winner of this award is Megan Ardis. We were extremely impressed with how much you've done as Head of Science Communication at Youth STEM Matters, particularly in sort of revamping the entire process, introducing the new category articles, and really having a dedication to wanting your team volunteer members to be the best they can be. And we are extremely grateful for all the work you've done for us so far.
Congratulations, Meg. So our next award is the Inspiration Award, and this is in recognition of the person who most impresses the rest of the volunteer team with their attitude and skills. So the nominees for this award were also very strong and were Josh Heng, Laura Mace-Foreva, Nina Kera, and Tashinga Mutamachi and Louise Robertson. And again, we also couldn't pick one winner for this award, so we do have two awardees for the Inspiration Award, and the first of those is Josh Heng. Congratulations, Josh. We have been super impressed by all of your work, particularly towards the summit, towards the conference, sorry. And all those slides that everybody's been seeing during the break, those were all Josh's handiwork. So, I mean, I'm not a very technical person, but I know that that takes a lot of skill and dedication. So thank you, Josh. And our second winner of this award is Laura Mace-Foreva. Congratulations, Laura. You were a really strong and standout nominee for this category due to your kind of continued work both within the science communication team and also in the wider journal, where you've been involved in a lot of outreach activities, from being in podcasts to speaking at events. So thank you so much for all that you've both contributed.
Right, so the next award is the Mentor Award, which recognises a volunteer who has taken time to help others pass to their knowledge and skills in any sort of format or way. So our three nominees are Alexander Kitchen, Katie Molyneux, and Poppy Bradley and Karina Norris. So the winner of this category is Poppy Bradley and Karina Norris. So they're sort of known to be a dynamic duo, I guess, on the journal, and they are always sort of the first two to volunteer to help out a reviewer if they're struggling, get on a video call, and sort of their commitment has really been exemplified on to helping others on the team. And I'm sure a lot of our reviewers and wider team members would appreciate the work that they've put in. But yeah, so well done, Poppy and Karina.
Congratulations, Poppy and Karina. So our next award is the Growth Award. We know that it's not always a linear journey during your time at Youth STEM Matters. It is something where it challenges you, and sometimes you might fail along the way. But this award is recognising somebody who's grown during their time in the Youth STEM Matters volunteer team. It could either be personal growth or growth in skills and knowledge, or a mixture of both. They're all equally valid reasons for nomination for this award. So our shortlist for this award is Connie Shu, Louise Robertson, Lucy Mabochi, and Wahid Amanji. I'm delighted to announce that the winner of this award is Wahid Amanji. Congratulations, Wahid. We were really impressed by how, even though you kind of found it quite difficult at the start to be able to start as a reviewer, you really turned it around and really worked hard to do that. And we saw not only at that point in time, but then continuing onward, you to continue to get better and better at reviewing articles, and you got increasingly perceptive in the feedback that you were giving our authors. So thank you so much for all your contributions to the journal, and congratulations on your award.
Right, so the next award is a Change Maker of the Year, and that's in recognition of volunteers driven positive change within Youth STEM Matters systemically, which has enhanced the experience of authors, volunteers, readers, and so forth. So our three nominees are Alexander Kitchen, Connie Shu, and Megan Ardis. And the winner of this category is Alexander Kitchen. So Alex was our managing editor at Youth STEM Matters before Connie took over, and who's always been the first person to sort of give feedback to Varia and I on stuff that we're doing, whether we ask or not, which has really helped drive sort of systemic changes and improving the processes upon which we do things at Youth STEM Matters. So thank you, Alex, for your hard work whilst you were on the team, and congratulations.
Our next award category is for the unsung hero. We know that so many people across the team are making really valuable contributions, but they might not always get recognised. So this award is to make sure that our unsung heroes get the chance to get the recognition that they deserve. And our shortlist volunteer team members for this award are Aditi Kona, Kira McCabe, and Zainab Khan. And I would like to say a big congratulations to our winner of the Unsung Hero Award, Zainab Khan. Congratulations, Zainab. The work that you've done in the science communication team, you just always get on with it. And you've worked really hard to grow in your time in the team. And I think that this award kind of just goes to show that your work that you've done there is really valuable and impressive to the team. So thank you so much for the contribution that you've made.
Right, so the next category is the Youth STEM Matters Champion, and this is in recognition of a volunteer who's embodied the journal's ethos and championed Youth STEM Matters to make a substantial outreach contribution. And our four nominees are Emma Stevenson, Joshua Soloranzo, Laura Massavira, and Poppy Bradley. And the winner of this category is Emma Stevenson. So Emma has constantly been sharing Youth STEM 2030 content and Youth STEM Matters content on social media. She's contacted her university to encourage submissions, but also I've seen Emma speak at other events which have nothing to do with Youth STEM Matters, where she constantly somehow brings in what she does here and encourages others to get involved. So a massive thank you, Emma, for the outreach you've done, and I hope this award reflects your sort of commitment.
Congratulations, Emma. And on a kind of similar note, this next award is in recognition of a volunteer who's made an excellent contribution to the Youth STEM Matters volunteer team community and really drives forward our community spirit. Although we might be really far apart in distance, this award seeks to recognise the person who's really making sure that we all feel as much of a community as we can despite that. So our shortlisted volunteer team members for the Community Award are Karina Norris, Lucy Mabochi and Aayush Shrestha, Moses Joy or Marigold Onuhuman, and Poppy Bradley. And the winner of this award is Poppy Bradley. Congratulations, Poppy. There were several nominations for you for this award where people cited your general positivity as a person, but also your contribution to the Youth STEM Matters Slack workspace in our Pets of Youth STEM Matters channel and our Positivity Team channel. So thank you so much for all that you do to bring everybody together, even though we are so far apart.
Right, so the next award is the Team of the Year, which recognises a team in the broadest sense possible who've collectively made an exceptional contribution to Youth STEM Matters. And the nominees are the copy editing team, the 2021 training cohort, the Poppy Bradley and Karina Norris, Rosalind Franklin project team, the January 2021 interview and applications team, the research conference organisers, and the senior science communication team. And again, this was a really difficult one for us to pick, but the winner of this category is the copy editing team. So Abbie Fitzsimmons, Aditi Kona, Anna Zhang, Julia Gardina, Katie Molinitz, Kimberly Anindo, Maria Teresa Villatoro, and Olivia Johnson. We were extremely impressed with how you guys all were very proactive and got everything done during the copy editing training, which was a brand new thing we implemented a bit earlier this year. And more so sort of your commitment after that and your work ethic as a team has been exceptional. So massive well done there. And well done to all our other teams who were nominated as well.
Yep, very, very well deserved copy editing team. We really saw you work very hard there, so well done. So we're now at our final award in both the Volunteer Team Awards and in total, the Volunteer of the Year Award. And this is the one award where Adam and I didn't have to decide the winner, and I'm so glad that we didn't have to decide this winner. So this award was both nominated for and voted for by the volunteer team. So this is the volunteer team's Volunteer of the Year, really. And it's in recognition of an exceptional volunteer team member who's made an outstanding contribution to the journal over the past year, as voted for by the team. So our shortlists that went to the team for the vote were Alexander Kitchen, Anne Rosa Bilal, Elizabeth Byrne, Kavina Usaya Kumaran, Karina Norris, Laura Mace-Verdeva, Megan Ardis, and Zainab Khan. So congratulations to all these people, firstly, on being shortlisted. And I am pleased to announce that the winner of the team vote for the Volunteer of the Year is Anne Rosa Bilal. Congratulations, Anne Rosa, for your outstanding contribution that you've made to Youth STEM Matters over the past year. I think that the team made a really tough decision between all of those amazing 8 people, but I think that you're very much well deserving of this award because of all you contributed, both in your role as Life Sciences Managing Editor and more recently as part of the research conference organising team. So huge congratulations, Anne Rosa, huge congratulations to everyone that was nominated and that won awards.
Massive well done, Anna Rosa, and as well with co-founding the journal. You've put in a tremendous amount of work before we even launched, which I highly appreciate as well. And it's been great to work with you thus far. Right, so I believe that is the end of our awards ceremony. We're a little bit over in terms of time, but thank you all for listening so far. We'll pass over to Abbie now, who will do the closing remarks for the conference.
Just quickly, while Abbie's getting online, we have just heard of the winner of our quest today, so I'm going to quickly announce that while we get Abbie up on the stage. So many of you will have noticed throughout the day there has been cryptic messages coming in the chat for us after our speakers' talks, and those cryptic messages led to 6 different articles that were spread across the Youth STEM Matters website, and I am pleased to share the winner of that quest has been randomly drawn out of all the people who submitted correctly, And the winner is Hannah Alderdice. So congratulations, Hannah. You'll be receiving a book voucher, which is kindly been donated to us by Blackwell's Bookshop in Aberdeen. So congratulations, Hannah, and thank you to everybody else that did take part in our research conference quest, whether you went hunting for all 6 or whether you went for and found a few. So thank you to everybody that took part in that, and well done, Hannah.